Our today's guest is a certified mindset and a life coach, author, speaker, and the founder of Wisdom Hub. With over 20 years of corporate experience, she has turned under leading coaches and created her signature program, Redesign Your Life, helping individuals to break limiting beliefs, build inner confidence. She is an author of Mindset is Everything and has spoken on her platforms like MS Talk and We Talk, empowering people to create balanced, purpose driven lives. Arpita, welcome to this podcast.
Thank you so much, Anu. Thank you so much, Anuradha Goel. Thank you so much. Thank you for
Lovely,
inviting me.
lovely. So, Arpita, before we get started on this conversation, tell me what was that inspiration, of you getting into this journey? And if you could share us a little glimpse about, what inspired you to get, and we would really like to know that.
Definitely. See, I have begun my professional career at the age of 19 as a receptionist, and eventually I reached the position of business head. And now I have been nominated for the vice president position in my organization.
Wow.
But working is of course giving a lot of accomplishment. But for last 5 years, I was learning, different kind of healing modalities and graphotherapy and a lot of chakra balancing and everything. But what I feel is that when you learn something, it's very important that you can serve other and you can give other, and that's the moment that shifting has started, the transformation has started. And then I had started my journey as a mindset coach. And of course, I'm very happy to share that I've written my first book, that is Mindset is Everything. So definitely that way the journey has started now.
Awesome, awesome, Arpita. Thank you for sharing that. So the next question I have for you is, what was that exact moment in your life, you know, when you knew that if you don't write this book now, you will be betraying your own truth?
Well, Anu, the exact moment was when I realized that I had transformed. I
Awesome.
have never, documented my journey. Right, I have faced gender bias. I have lost my both parents. I have seen my sister battling schizophrenia. The journey from receptionist to business head. But the biggest transformation was not external; it was internal. One day during meditation, I was just asking that, are you going to die with your wisdom inside you? And that question shook me. And that day, I have decided that I should write this book, Mindset is Everything, because what principle saved me, it's my responsibility to share with the world itself.
Awesome, awesome, Arpita. So the next question I have for you is, you say that mindset shapes reality, right? But when did this idea stop being theory for you and hit you as your life truth?
See, my life truth become when I, thing is that, of course, when you're chasing success, from lack, that's not, you not feel happy. But when you when you build your relationship, build your out, like your outer inner self, inner, you can say inner wisdom can start transforming outer self, that time you really feel that yes, this is the time that it's really important, and that is the truth that you feel that okay, now is the time that you can start serving other.
Awesome, awesome. All right. Super to know that and loving your energy, Arpita. So, tell me one thing, Arpita, while you were writing this book, right? What truth about yourself did you try to avoid, but the page forced you to confront it and bring it into a book?
Yes, very true. I have to confront that. One truth is that, I always wanted a validation. even I was so successful, I was earning so much, but still I want that, that appreciation, that, recognition, that kind of thing I always had. But the moment I moment I start writing, and moment I start, expressing my feeling, true feeling, and that feeling is like, when I start my writing, that time it was completely, I want recognition, I want something good. But when I finished my writing, it was completely you can say that, serving. It's all about giving impact to others life. So that, I believe, that forced me when I start writing, and when that page start writing itself.
All right. So my next question to you is, if we compare the version of you, yeah, who wrote the first page to the one who finished the last page, what fundamentally changed inside you?
The first version would be, again, I can say that recognition, that you can say that, I want some, to gain something, that, that popularity or something like that. But I always wanted to prove something, that, I have some capability, I have something great. But when I start writing, and I just express myself in a very true self, then I feel that, I don't need anyone's validation. I'm complete. I'm like, I'm very fulfilled. And that is something, is really, I can say, the shift inside, and that shifting can change everything. So that is something that I really felt, that when I started, maybe I have this all about, that some fame, name, and all that thing. But when I start finishing, and when I evolving myself while writing, that really feel the difference, that is the shift that happened.
Awesome. So, what's that one belief society celebrate as empowering, but you believe is quietly destroying people from inside? What is that?
That, again, I believe, is that, people, maybe there are a lot of people, even I also feel very, you look very confident outside, right? But inside you are feeling very hollow. And it's happened with many people, especially women, because women are more about, you can say that they always wanted to be superwoman, they wanted to make everyone happy. So this kind of feeling, that I also had this. But the moment that I feel that, no, when you start loving yourself, when you start feeling that, okay, you are happy from inside, you are accepting your each part of your body, each part of everything. And that time, that feeling, when you develop and you feel so fulfilled, that time you don't need anyone's validation, that time you don't need anyone's recognition, anything. And that time, whatever you're doing for your happiness, you are giving your best, and rest all is all God. You get recognition or not, that is totally depend on God, totally depend on an output. But what you are doing for yourself, and you feel good, that is something is really very important.
Beautifully, you said that, keep doing what we are supposed to do, and results is ultimately, in the God's hand.
Yeah.
And I truly believe that rather than focusing more on result, focus on what gives you a fulfillment. Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's all about your energy, because everything is energy. So wherever the energy goes, your, result will always result. So energy need to be good, energy need to be channelized, and energy will be always positive. That is something is very important.
Absolutely. So, Arpita, you being in corporate, you working, as a business head, and of course, you interact with so many people. So, my next question to you is, many people chase success these days, right? But they feel empty. How does mindset work differently for someone running from the achievements versus someone searching for that true inner peace? And when or where do most people go wrong?
Exactly. You are absolutely right. I have also worked in corporate world, and in corporate world, everyone wants success. But when you really chasing success, with empty, with like, like in a lack mindset, like, you're in lack mindset, you are chasing success. Obviously, you feel empty, even if you are a winner, even if you win in your life. But that fulfillment come only when you accept yourself, that is something most important. And the most important, the awareness. Of course, you are aware that okay, now, like there are 3 4 A's that we learn, when our from our mentors also, that awareness, that acceptance, that action and adherence. So this thing is very important, that in a corporate world also, this politics and all things, why this kind of politics happen in corporate world? Because everyone is insecure, everyone want that, their job is insecure, they'll get fired. So they, instead of they're focusing on themselves, they want their competitor should go, whatever the things is that again, because we always believe in external thing, we always believe in external work, external thing, external validation. We'll never work on inner self. So once you start working inner self, trust me, your outer self automatically change. I can just share you one incident recently, like 2 3 days back itself. My husband has won one quiz competition, okay? So when that person has called my husband, that how it's possible that you score 100 out of 100, he instantly said, because mindset is everything. I was so surprised to listen this. See, that means my husband was never been very outspoken, he's always been introvert, he never given me a lot of appreciation. But the way he told him, I was so surprised that that means he also feel that change. Even my brother-in-law, he was never been spiritual. When I started chanting, when I joined Buddhist practice, and when I told him about this, he started Buddhist practice. He was never been a spiritual person, and now he's consistently doing. So what I felt, when you start working on yourself, your outer world automatically change, and you don't realize that how they are changing. So that is really very powerful, I believe. So in corporate world,
Absolutely.
it's all about competition, all about running. But the moment you change your inner self, you can feel the same corporate world is different. Like my boss, he has really given his hand that okay, I'll promote your book. Though you are working very professional, but still he's supporting me like anything. So it's just a miracle. So inner work is very very important.
Absolutely beautifully you said, Arpita. And one of the things I also feel that for every woman for that matter, when you're you work on yourself, you start transmuting that energy in your house, you start transmuting that energy with the people you interact. And like it is beautifully said, right? If the woman works on herself, she creates life for so many people, and we have no idea about it, right? And it is, you beautifully said that, of course, working on inner self, it reflects in the outer world. Yeah. All right. So Arpita, one of the things I want to understand from you is, many people these days, right? I myself have written 4 books, but many people these days, they want to bring their stories out to the world. They have lot of inspiration to do that, but they have their limiting beliefs, I would say, a self-sabotaging system, where they feel that, what will people think about me if I write this? But they have no idea that one story can transform or change someone's life. To what extent, right? So what message do you want to give to this kind of souls?
You are absolutely right. Even I have this self doubt, when, because obviously everyone face some kind of problem, and even your family member, because of your family member also sometimes it's happened. So you always have this fear that log kya kahenge when they read the book and something like that. But something that changed me, and something that make me fearless or make me expressive, not fearless, I can say expressive, because I believe that if one person can read my story and they feel that yes, it is, if she can do, I can also do it. That is, I think, it's serve our purpose to write a book, or serve our purpose to coach people, because that one, you never know who will feel connected or who feel that yes, I can do it. And that is something is very important, because every human being has capability. Every human being has capability. Every human being has genius mindset, I feel. But only thing is that we need to recognize our genius thing, and we need to express, and we need to start taking action. That taking action is very important, because I have seen a lot of high value women who's showing off, who pretending to be very good. Even some point of time I was also like that, honestly speaking, pretending to be very good, pretending to be confident, but inner they are feeling hollow. But inner, when you feel hollow, you know sometimes you will be burn out, sometimes you will be like burst out. So that's why it's very important that you start believing in yourself and start accepting yourself. And when you accept, then sharing your story is doesn't matter. Even you feel proud that okay, I have like my story, my subtitle is pain from power. So I have also faced that pain, and now I feel powerful, because I have just accepted my story, and I say that okay, now the world can read my story and learn from that story. And if one person also get inspired now, I believe that is fulfill my purpose to write this book.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, Arpita, in your book, you talk about uh, masculine and feminine energies,
Right.
right? So, what emotional or mental chaos do you see when this balance is completely ignored?
Yes, because masculine and feminine need to be balanced. Because when masculine is dominating, of course, you'll become very aggressive. You'll become very overproductive and doing mode. The way I was some point of time, always in a doing mode. But when the feminine energy also come balance with masculine energy, then you'll become more balanced, more calmer, more you can say more intellectual, you can say, not neither than just in a doing mode, but you also feel very content. So that contentment is very important when you are balancing your feminine and masculine energy. Both is important, but both need to be balanced. If your feminine is also very high, then you'll overpower, then obviously you'll become very sensitive, very emotional, very in a low energy. So that is also not good. You should have that some kind of action, some kind of confidence is required. So balancing is definitely work wonder if you can do it.
Awesome. All right. Moving to the next question. Uh, if a reader is only willing to give you that one chapter of their attention from your soul, which chapter should they truly read, and what discomfort will it force them to face?
See, the chapter is, of course, about taking responsibility, because I believe once you start taking responsibility, obviously it will be very uncomfortable, because listening or gaining knowledge is very easy, but once you take the step, that responsibility that I have to do it, that will be uncomfortable. But if you do it, definitely you feel a lot of a lot of satisfaction, a lot of fulfillment. But action is very important. So one chapter that I have is from I have to I choose to is very important. And once you start I choose to, I am not have to, I have to, I choose to do this. That is definitely a difficult moment, because you have to take that responsibility. But the moment you take the responsibility, that will definitely give you a lot of clarity, and clarity is always leading to opportunity.
Lovely. I love that. I really love that. Awesome. Super. So, Arpita, we are going to have few rapid fire questions for you.
Yes.
Okay. And we really want you to answer them rapidly. So, the first question I have for you is, what is that one word you use to describe your mindset today?
Happy mindset, because when you are happy, everything is happy.
One belief you had to unlearn to become a woman you are now.
uh, Validation, seeking validation.
All right. A daily habit you swear by to stay mentally strong.
Gratitude practice, no doubt in that.
One line from Mindset is Everything that best represents your life philosophy.
Change your mindset, change your life.
Awesome. If you could give just one piece of advice to any woman who is doubting herself right now, what would it be?
Love yourself and believe in yourself.
Awesome. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Arpita, for answering that question. One question that comes to my mind, and I really want to ask you. I know you as a working professional, I know you as a friend, I know you as a person. What is that one thing, Arpita, that social media doesn't talk about you, which you really, really love doing it, and you're not showcasing that on your social media? What is it?
I'll never, it's a very tricky question actually you asked, but of course yes, you are right. As social media, you always always showing our best things, always becoming our best. But I believe that I always love that solitude, that that in a silence, when I sit in a silence, when I sit, like, I love my company. Actually, nowadays I love more my company. So maybe social media, I always pretend that I love that friends and corporate and just all those social baji. But actually the fact is, I love that solitude. I love my own company rather than anyone's company, whether it's my husband, anyone. Like, that is, I believe, that I always wanted to hide, because I really now enjoying my own company. I can spend maybe whole day with myself, with a solo trip or solo thing. So that is something that I believe that in social media I never going to show it, but that is something that's really deep in my heart, that you should love yourself completely, and that I am really loving myself completely now.
Awesome, Arpita. Awesome. All right. We still have few questions for you,
Yes.
and I want to know from you. Be honest. Who is this book truly meant for, even if they are still pretending they don't need it?
See, yes, you are absolutely right that still pretending, like, everyone is actually pretending that no, they don't need any self-help book, or they are already self-sufficient. But trust me, anyone who feel that yes, they are confident, but inner they know that truth, that no, I am somewhere, I'm feeling hollow, that is definitely, this book is for them. The people who feel that they have a lot of capability, but there's somewhere they feel inner side, no, I'm stuck, I'm not fine. But in outer world they say, oh, I'm fine, but inner world they know that no, I'm not fine, I'm stuck somewhere. I have that potential, I have a lot of caliber, I can do this, but they are still feel scared, or they have that limiting belief that no, I can't do it, maybe other can do it, I don't have capable. So this book is for those person. Though this book is also for those person who feel hurt. I also felt hurt in a lot of time in my life. So it's all about, either you can just overthink about your past hurt and all things, or otherwise you can release and fulfill, and then when the moment you release, you can see the difference, you feel the difference. So that you can, once you read my book, you can feel the difference that I have faced, that when I was hurt, when I was, because my father, when I got to know that my father has not seen my face when I was born, that was a childhood biggest trauma in my life, because I felt my father has rejected me. But the moment I accepted, when the moment I started gratitude, and the moment I have changed my perception, I've seen now, if my father's intention was not to rejected me, he was more worried about, because we have three sisters, and obviously he has some financial constraint. So that I have realized when I accepted myself and accepted the situation. So that is something is very important. Lot of time we felt hurt because it's our perception that other person has hurt us. So this book is also one of the realization, when you read, when you say that yes, there are a lot of people in our life, we lose them just because of the misunderstanding, just because of we feel that they don't like us, that they rejected us. But actually it's not like that. It's you who think like that. It's your perception that make the things like that. So that is, this book is for anyone. Read and enjoy the book, and just start realizing. It's all about realization. It's nothing like, you can say my book is all about some technical thing. It's all about realization. Once you read, once you connect with the stories, you realize, yes, if she can change from pain to power, I can also do that. So that's all about.
All right. If someone finishes this book and nothing in their outer life changes immediately, What inner shift should tell them the transformation has already begun?
See, if they hold themselves while reacting, okay, if they feel like one old belief is still, they have recognized it, if they somewhere they feel that their pattern has little more aware of their pattern, I believe transformation has started, because transformations start from inside and invisible. After after long, you really feel visible, but when you feel this little change in yourself, you definitely can feel that this transformation has started.
All right. Uh, Arpita, from your book, I'm sure you have written many lessons, but if you want to share top three takeaways, what would that be?
The top two takeaways is, first is of course your from first is of course this, I have to I choose to, that is something is very important, that change your complete mindset shift. Second takeaway is that most of the people have this procrastination problem, right? They always not taking action, they always procrastinate. The moment you change your mindset to take action, and that you can, I have given some task also, then when you do that task you can get that, that shifting automatically. So that is also one takeaway that I also felt, because I have experienced this, that's why I have written this. And the third and the most important this mindset shift that I believe is that, from external validation to your inner worth, that is something major takeaway, because the moment you stop asking validation, you take your life's remote control in your hand, you feel powerful. Generally what happened, we'll give our life's remote control to others, like when my husband appreciate, I'll feel happy. When my husband criticize or mother-in-law criticize, I feel very low, I feel very dull. That means we are given our life's remote control to others. So that is the main takeaway that I have got, after reading this book, that once the people can stop taking external validation, they their life become totally changed.
Great, great, Arpita. So, Arpita, I really don't know if someone who is going to watch this, and where they are in their life, they might feel stuck, they might feel confused, they might feel emotionally exhausted for that matter, and they must be wondering that whether this book is really for them. What would you say to convince them that mindset is everything? Might be a conversation that maybe they are avoiding with themselves.
Exactly. I would say that, take that one step. That is something is very important. The moment you take that one step, and start working on inner self, you can even don't realize how much change outside automatically happen, how much you attract the right people in your life. You never imagine, even I have never imagined, a lot of thing has happened so automatically that I feel how it's happened, but I never even tried it. So that is actually happened. That exactly is mindset. Mindset is a very very, it's not about any motivation, it's a responsibility. It's actually energetic responsibility. The moment you feel that it's all in my hand, mindset is everything, is like I have searched a lot of title, but why I don't know, I have stuck in this title that actually mindset is everything. Because when you change your mindset now, the moment you accept, no, I want to change my mindset, you feel a lot of shift, and that shifting is something very important. So I really, I really urge that people can at least read once and you can feel the difference. And definitely I have a lot of confidence that if someone can read this book and follow this tools and technique that I have added in my book, the tasks that I have given, if you can just do it for at least 1 month, you start feeling that shift. And that shift, once you feel, automatically you can take more and more action, definitely your life becomes changed.
All right. Arpita, I really want you to talk that you have already covered this part in your book, I assume. Courage, clarity, and consistency, right?
Right.
We say that these are the three pillars of transformation,
Right.
right? And how the real change happens within. Would you like to share some light on this?
Definitely. Courage, obviously, courage is again one step that I have just now told, that one step need courage. And the moment you take that courage, that okay, I wanted to change my life, that realization also have that need that courage. And the moment you take that courage, of course, you have to take consistent action. Because if you not take action, if you just think, just imagine, life will not change. You have to take a consistent check. And obviously clarity comes by engagement. You can't get clarity without engagement. Like, if you ask me, I have worked in all department in organization, every department, whether it is HR, whether it is admin, whether it is marketing, whether it is in sales, every department I have worked. And then I finally got the clarity, no, I am good in sales. Sales is something that my inner, it's I really enjoying it. So then I have go through of, then I build my career in the sales profile. The same thing, clarity comes by engagement. Clarity will never come by sitting or doing meditation or anything. Clarity comes by engagement. And once you get the clarity, start taking the courageous step. And consistency, more you consistently, because practice makes a man perfect. More you practice, more you become consistent. Definitely one, like in a ad, you have got this ad na in Nicotics, एक दिन that एक दिन में नहीं होगा पर एक दिन जरूर होगा, I really like that ad, that एक दिन में नहीं change होगा पर एक दिन जरूर होगा. Right.
Absolutely. And I think one should have that conviction. One
Hmm.
should have that belief that, you know what, something will definitely change.
Yes.
Yes.
That belief is very much important. And just do your best and leave the rest to God. You will never get result in immediately. Of course, it's time taking process, but trust the process and just enjoy this process. That is something more important.
Absolutely. All right. So, Arpita, you are working in corporate, right? You're juggling with your family and other things. Side by side, you are going on talks, you're taking corporate training, so on and so forth, right? I truly feel that you're living the purpose of your life, yeah, by doing everything so. Now, there are other people on the cross hand, they are burning out in the organization, not really feeling good about the position, the designation, uh, the competition every single day, right? And they feel that they are not living their purpose in life. What is the last message would you like to share here?
Yes, see, I truly believe this, and I experienced this in my life. Because you can't experience two emotions at the same time. Either you will be in a complaint mode or in a gratitude mode. This is, I truly believe, that the moment you change your mindset, the moment you shift your mindset from complaining to gratitude mode, you don't feel like complaining. Now in the office, like whenever people are gossiping, it doesn't matter for me. Like, I don't feel anything, I don't feel affected at all, because I'm in a gratitude mode. So that is something is very important, that in corporate world or anywhere, when you feel frustrated because you are still not content, you always want more and more. It's okay, it doesn't wrong if you have ambition, if you want more, but how you feel, that matters a lot. So when you have this gratitude mindset, when you have this fulfilled mindset, like, no, whatever I have, I'm happy, I'm content. And of course you can work hard, you can learn more, you can do everything, but that feeling is something important. So I believe that shift is only possible when you change your mindset. So that's why I can say that shifting only possible, that emotion only change when you work on your inner self. Start working on inner self, change your change like this. You feel that how it changed.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right. So, thank you so much, Arpita, for being here today, sharing your valuable insights. If you could show the book to the audience,
Yes.
as from where they can.
Okay. Yeah, that is available now in Amazon and Kindle also. Flipkart and Amazon and Kindle. Kindle is already uploaded. Maybe it will be live tomorrow. Amazon is already live. Flipkart will be live by tomorrow itself. But it will be available in Flipkart, Amazon, as well as Kindle, the ebook. And ebook I have, it's a very very nominal cost, 99 rupees. So please read the book. I just want more and more people can read the book, and please give review also if you like the book. That is something is very very important for everyone in this social media. You know that is also something important. But of course, if you really like it, please share some reviews also.
Absolutely. So, Arpita, thank you once again for being here. Wishing you lots and lots of success in 2026. May you shine out. May you come with lot of many more thoughts, ideas, so that you inspire more and more people. So, wishing you a good luck, and of course, wishing you a very very good luck so that your book does well as a bestseller too. And we are looking forward to see that very soon. So, wishing you a good luck in all that you are doing, and keep going and keep growing.
Thank you so much, and same to you. You're also doing so great. You are awesome person. I know you as a friend, as a you are so good human being. So more power to you. And I know you are already a successful person, and more success will definitely, you can feel, get some more success, and just be happy always.
Thank you once again.
Thank you, dear.
If you enjoyed this conversation, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my podcast, and share it with your friends and family, one woman at a time. I'm on a mission to build a community of a thriving women. Thank you very much for taking your time to listening to this podcast, and I'll see you in the next show. Now go out there and do something that truly inspires you.